back to the Sharp Tank for NFL Week 7. Before we get started, let's review last week for myself. Just demoralizing. Patriots, I deserve that cover. I earned that cover, but I didn't get it. So it wasn't a good week for me. But the two guys off the show, for the first time, both Jeremy and Avery are not on Sharp Tank this week. Avery 9-9, Jeremy 10-8. Correct? Yeah, I think that's right. Drew?
7-11.
I went 2-1 last week, and I'm 9-9.
Yeah, 1-2. Lost my first dog with the Pats, so I'm now 10-7-1.
I went 2-1 for the third week in a row, and I am now 9-9 on the season.
500.
Let's go! I'm back. Went 0-3 week one. I was down bad, but I'm back.
I went 2-1, and I'm now 9-8-1.
And also, I forgot to mention I went 2-1, and the Ravens did want it more.
Thanks, Drew.
Thank you for getting that.
Don't care. Remember that.
Again, on this show, we do a favorite, a underdog, and a total for the week. There are 6 buys this week. 6 teams on bye this week. This slate sucks.
terrible.
This slate sucks. But
We still have found some winners, though.
we're still gonna grind it out, find you some winners for this week. All of our lines today, courtesy of MyBookie. Go sign up. Go deposit MyBookie. Your first deposit MyBookie, they're gonna match 100% up to $1,000 if you use promo code OwnersBox. We got NFL Week 7, College Football Week 8. The NBA is back. The NHL is back.
So much
MLB
action.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Look, if you know sports and you want to make some money, MyBookie's a place you want to go play some bets at. Got some great lines there, some good numbers. So go to mybookie.ag, use promo code OwnersBox, 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Let's start with underdogs.
Love it. Let's okay.
Oh,
Love it. I'm happy we started with the dogs. Woof woof. Here we go, Drew.
Okay.
My underdog is the Colts +4 Sunday Night Football against the 49ers. Colts are gritty, okay? Colts are gritty. Carson Wentz isn't. He scares the shit out of me for this game. But I really like the Colts. The 49ers might not have a QB. Trey Lance out. Garoppolo might play limited. I mean, that's interesting. DeForest Buckner revenge game, right? Got traded there from the first round pick.
That's quick narrative.
And 49ers off the bye is kind of freaky, but I'm rolling with the Colts +4.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm not going to I have the opposite of you, so I'm just going to save it for my pick. But
Already a conflicting bet going
Yeah.
on here.
well, it's a smaller slate, so I feel like either some of
It's
us are going
hard,
to be
yeah.
on the same pick or against each other. But yeah, for this one, I mean, I'll save most of my stuff, but I just can't buy into Carson Wentz, and the bye week's a big one for me, so I'm leaning 49ers for sure this week.
Say this one was Sunday night.
Sunday night.
Yes.
I bet Jared that the Colts team total would go under. And looking at
You did?
The win total?
No, I thought it was Titans over.
Oh no, it was the Titans, right?
Right.
Sorry. Same division, wrong team. But when you look at the Colts are 4-2 now, aren't they?
No, the
2 and
Colts are
4.
2-4.
2-4. Sorry, 2-4. They have been like the grittiest 2-4 team
Yes.
of all time.
They've been in a lot of football games.
That loss to the Ravens was absolutely.
And 49ers kind of underwhelming at 2-3. Like, there's no reason they should be 2-3. They should be doing better.
No, there is a reason. They're shit. Their quarterbacks.
What?
Their
49ers?
I don't.
Yeah,
their quarterback situation is a fucking debacle.
That was like the
Yeah.
team everyone was the highest on going into the year.
Yeah,
They've
except for
fallen
me.
flat.
But I'm not
Colts.
this week.
All right, Danny.
Okay, I'm going Eagles +3 against the Raiders. I mean, the Eagles are coming off Thursday Night Football. They've had time to prepare. They're getting ready for this game. I like it. The Eagles have covered 3-3 this year, and 2 of the times they didn't cover is when they were favored, and they're +3 this time. So I'm liking that.
Is that true?
They lost
No,
to the
the
Cowboys, they
Chiefs.
didn't cover, and they lost to the Chiefs, they
They
didn't
covered the
They
the Cowboys.
covered.
They haven't been a
Is it
favorite
3
yet
and
this year.
3?
Oh, you mean
3
3
and
and
3?
3?
Yeah, 3
Oh,
and
3.
3.
Oh,
They were
whoa.
3 and
I
3.
totally. Okay, that's on us. Danny.
3
You
and
tell
3,
us to
and
fuck
the
off
only
now.
times and the 2 of the times that they didn't cover was when they were favored.
Okay.
Got it. Okay, that's good.
So
good
this,
nugget,
this is
Danny.
a good little stat
We were
for
all
me
off.
here.
Our ears must not be working today over here.
Yeah, and the Raiders at home are 0-2 against the spread when they're favored more than 3 or more points.
God damn it, Danny. Good shit.
That's true.
Yeah.
Some nuggets.
So,
You know what, Danny? And I wanted to take this, and I was looking across the board, and I noticed some of the fellas had the Eagles too, so I stayed away. But I am on the Eagles every week. I give out the Eagles on
Yeah.
this show. I think it's been at least 3 or 4
Yeah.
times. I wanted to do it. I didn't do it this week, but I probably will end up betting them this
Started
week.
off with the Jets. Now
Now Jets are on the
Seriously?
Eagles. Those are my dogs. Every week they're dogs. I'm going to take them. But
Yeah,
I like
I think
this
they're my
pick a lot.
favorite. Like,
This game
I'm looking
has,
at the board.
yeah,
They're my
This game has
first
strong
ones.
overtime energy. You know?
Yeah, I think both
Yeah.
these teams really are, like, I know the Raiders are 4-2, but they played really desperate last week. I think they still feel like they're desperate. But the Eagles have dealt with a tough last
Yeah.
3 games, right? Was it Chiefs? No, the Panthers were in the middle there.
Yeah.
Chiefs, Panthers.
They beat the
Bucks,
Panthers.
the
Good
Bucks.
win.
I think the Cowboys was before that. So
Yeah, they had a tough.
run.
I'm telling you, the Eagles are a gritty squad.
They keep it
They
close.
covered
too.
with
No.
the Bucks too on Thursday.
Yes,
so.
they sure did.
I mean, it was
We all
close,
had it.
but
We all had it. Look at us. We
yeah.
sure know that. I like Miles Sanders to have a good week this week.
I think
I
they
know
will, too.
Yeah.
he's cheap in OwnersBox. If you're on OwnersBox, look at Miles Sanders. Get him in your lineups. I have him in a few. I think the Eagles are going to cover
Probably
this
the
number.
best on the
Danny,
team
I love
there.
the play.
Yeah.
I like it
That's
too.
a problem that you like Miles Sanders.
Yeah.
I'm telling Jared how much I love Miles Sanders this week, so now I can't put him in.
I have Miles Sanders in. I have Miles Sanders in my redraft too, so I'm starting him this week.
God
again.
damn. All right. I'm taking the Giants +3 at home. Joe Judge, some would say, many would say, I think we'd all say he's coaching for his job this week.
He's going through his job every
Yeah.
week.
This
Look at
team
this guy.
is a complete and utter shit show. Joe Judge had Daniel Jones run a QB sneak on 3rd and 1 6 days after he sustained a serious concussion. I mean,
The fact that he played was like that was a
Yeah,
win.
I was shocked he
crazy,
played.
absolutely
I
no
know.
regard
Yeah.
for his team safety. I think everybody and their mother thinks that this team is horrible. They're dead. But let's not forget, I thought the Panthers looked horrible last week against the Vikings, and we're lucky to get that game to overtime. The Vikings seriously outplayed them, outgained them. They had over 400 yards of offense. Panthers going on the road here. I think the Giants win this game. I think they definitely cover the 3. And we just kind of get these flip-flops from the Giants in terms of what kind of team we see. Because I thought they weren't terrible before Jones' injury against the Cowboys, and they were horrible last week. I know Giants fans just want Joe Judge's head, and they want the whole organization to just flip this, like, die. Just everyone, everybody
it's so
out.
bad. What's the receiver situation?
Oh, they're
Like,
all.
they're all-
Tony's
I think,
not gonna play.
Tony's neither
Galladay's
is
out.
Shepard's
No, I
number
think
one.
Tony's
Pettis-
playing.
No, Tony's out.
Tony's out.
Tony's out. Galladay
That's-
looks like he's out, but
See,
Shepard will
Dante
be back.
Pettis.
Yeah, Dante Pettis.
Sterling Shepard and Dante.
Yeah,
Pettis.
that's a 1-2 punch. That looks like those are two guys that want to cover plus. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, this is a tough one, but again, at home, I think that this team needs to figure it out at home. They've been horrible. These fans are pissed.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Joe Judge hair on fire type game, and they cover.
Nice. I don't hate it. All right. For my underdog now, Drewski did this a few weeks ago, but this scenario is a little different. I took the Texans plus 17.5 at the Arizona Cardinals. Now that is a ton of points, right? And that's kind of been my over/under strategy with our totals here, as I've been taking the lowest number and taking the over. This is kind of one of those things where I see the Texans. They put up a good fight. Who did they against the Patriots? They put up that was no one
that's
no
like
one
the
expected
only
that.
Last week
Like,
they got
say.
blown out.
I'm
Yeah.
using that as like a little bit of my sample size here, and I'm going to say, if I lose this, I lose it. But there's no way. Like the Cardinals had a huge win against the Browns last week, like embarrassed them. I think the Cardinals are going to win the game. Don't get me wrong. I do not think they're going to win the game by more than 17.5 points. The money is dead split in terms of tickets. Bet percentage is even, and then the money percentage is 75% on the Texans, if you believe it, plus 17.5. So early numbers. We record this on Thursday, so take that with a grain of salt. But I do love the Texans this week at plus 17.5. I just locked it in on my bookie before I even sat down in this chair. That's how much I love it. So
Are
Texans
you-
plus 17.5.
Are you concerned that this is the new Hopkins revenge game?
Yeah, I've heard that narrative. I knew the narrative.
But it's
going
also the David Johnson revenge game.
in.
True. What a trade.
Yeah.
Best trade we've ever seen.
It's the Bill O'Brien Bowl.
The thing is that at this point, there's no reason for Hopkins to have any revenge. He knows how good he is.
He's
and
already
Texans
like
are-
he's got enough. Yeah, the Texans have nothing. They have literally all they need to do is not lose this game by 17 or more, or 17.5 or more points. I think they keep it. I think the final score, I'm going to say it's like 35-20. 35-21.
No.
That is way too many points.
I think a ton of
21.
points.
No,
I
listen.
think-
I'm helping you here because I really was close to bet
You're
this as
you
well.
say pace of play.
Both these
They're
teams
slow.
really slow pace of play.
All right.
Cards run the ball at the highest rate, pretty much the highest rate in the NFL. They rank at the bottom in terms of different game scripts from leading, trailing, neutral. They run the ball at the highest rate. So
The Cardinals are going to put up 30 points in this game. I think they will.
Maybe like 24-10? 21-10?
Yeah, 24-10. I could see them
The Cardinals will
the
put up 30
Texans'
points.
job here is not
28
to
to
score, give up
28,
30
yeah.
points.
That's the thing I'm concerned about. Like, I don't think the Cardinals will score less than 30, and I don't think the Texans can score that many points.
You and your
All,
fancy.
all the
agree.
Texans need to do is if the Texans need to score 14
30.
points.
I mean-
The Texans just need to score 14 points this weekend for me. And I'm hitting this bet.
This is a sleepwalk type game
Yeah.
for the Cardinals. Just kind of show up,
Yeah.
just be present,
Like the Rams
win this
last
game, maybe not
We
come.
thought about that with the Jags.
Against
We
the
kind of
Giants.
struggled against the Jags, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true against the Giants.
I'm just like, again, it's just one of those things where it's that extra half point. He was at 17 for the first few days this week. I saw 17.5. I bet it right away, and I'm giving you that play this week plus 17.5.
If anything, like both these teams are pretty bad against the run, so maybe these two teams run a little wild in this game, and then we get points. But that's the only way I would see it happen.
Davis Mills
Big
is
market.
also elite outside of the pocket. Davis Mills on the run, elite out of the pocket. So look out for that this week.
All right, I've got the same bet as Danny here. I've got the Eagles +3. I think
Nice,
that just like everybody said, Miles Sanders' game coming in hot this week. He's gonna run train
God damn it!
on this team.
I wanted to have
Miles
my
Sanders-
owner's box.
His
list.
snap
I can't
share
now.
His snap share was at like 95% last
Yeah.
week or something absurd.
The Raiders have one of the worst rushing defenses in the league. I think it's like 6th or 7th worst.
Yeah.
So Jalen Hurts is gonna have a big game on the ground too. I think like that duo is just gonna continuously eat up yards against this Raiders team. It's gonna be a close game too. The Eagles always keep it close, except for that one game against the Cowboys. So I would expect this game to come down to the wire at the end of it. And
What do you mean it was a
with-
one-score game against the Cowboys?
I wasn't. Did they get obliterated like 42-17 or something?
I don't remember.
Are you talking about the Eagles?
Yeah.
Oh, the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was
Yeah.
thinking Bucks. Why was I thinking Bucks? Yeah.
Yeah, but
That
besides
was horrible.
that
yeah.
week went.
But that's the
They
thing
did
is that
get-
they just like
they started
backdoor
off strong.
points. They kind of like
Yeah, it's
pretend
fine,
like
though.
it's close.
Jalen Hurts garbage fantasy
yeah,
points season.
Jalen
all
Hurts
year.
will come in strong in that fourth quarter. And in these close games, I always like taking the team that gets 3 points. Always a good bet. to take.
I like it.
All right, why don't we go totals and then we'll finish with faves.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to continue on that Eagles-Raiders energy and go with
Jeez.
over 49. This is the crazy game of the week. This is the OT game. This is the
You just said that it
shootout.
was no T. That was
No, that was
No,
the
it's
same
not
one.
this one.
Oh, was that the one? Oh,
Yeah,
my
this
bad.
is- These teams very similar. I mean, like everyone's the season close. I agree with the Eagles +3. I feel like this game goes to OT or they have a shootout, something like 28-27, something like that. That would get the over. The Raiders' offense has opened up since John Gruden left, right? Last week they seemed to move the ball with ease against the Broncos. And then the Eagles found it late against the Bucks. In the second half there, they seemed to figure out their offense. I think this is a big offense game, and I'm taking the over.
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't have a lane on
God
this
damn,
one.
I have to take the Raiders in the under.
Okay.
Too many,
Don't do it.
too many people on the Eagles and
Yeah.
over.
Too many people love this game and love the points.
I have no feels on the total on this one.
Neither team really has.
It'll be
like,
on red
great
zone a lot
defense,
at
so.
1 o'clock. That's what I think.
Oh no.
I mean, this is honestly one of the games of the week, unfortunately.
Yeah, crazy. Crazy that's even
Sad.
we're dealt with this week.
I guess we're also kind of in the same games here because I'm going Giants Panthers over 43.
Idiot. It's fine.
I mean, both teams defensively aren't great, and I think they're like ranked similarly, but they can both have a chance to put up points here. And so, like Sam Darnold, not looking great. Daniel Jones also not looking great, but I think I don't know. I think it'll be a high-scoring game. I don't
Yeah,
like
the
having
Panthers talked about wanting to run the ball a lot more with Chuba Hubbard. That was like a big thing for Matt Rule, and the Giants aren't great against the run. So that's my biggest worry for having the Giants. So that would definitely lead to some points.
The other thing we're sleeping on about this game, and this is probably like 50% of the reason I took this, is Daniel Jones is back. And now I'm not talking he's back in the good category, he's back.
Turnovers, yeah.
City, capital, Daniel Jones, he's back. I'm expecting a turnover. Sam Darnold, he's also back.
Yeah.
Turnover
Yeah.
City.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys,
Short fields
this
everywhere.
this has red zone turnovers written all over it. This has turnovers in your own zone. Maybe a defensive touchdown. You're not never gonna get. I love this play. I don't even like totals, but I am all over this over 43.
It's also Sam Darnold back in MetLife. I just realized that.
Yeah, but like
Oh.
different.
Oh,
But
the
different
ghosts.
team.
Yeah, the ghost.
The ghost.
Oh my God,
The
he's gonna be
ghosts
seeing
are
his
there.
eyes aren't gonna be working.
Yes.
You guys, I love it.
Yes.
Turnover City. Sam Darnold versus Daniel Jones. I don't know what the turnover prop if I can parlay like they're over turnovers, but that might be a play too.
It's a ghost
If you,
game.
hey, my bookie probably offers that. My bookie offers great lines. I might have to shop for that for this.
Oh, they definitely
show.
have interception props for
yeah,
sure.
little parlay action there. But yeah, I'm also on this too, so I'll just give it to me. Giants Panthers over 43. You heard why.
Yeah, I love that. Now I like that for the Giants. Now I like
Yes.
that for the Giants. Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold, see it goes.
Yes. My total is going to be the Dolphins and the Falcons over 47.5. I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling great about any of my picks this week. I'm going with this game because the Dolphins do not run the ball at all. They just throw. Number one in the NFL in passing rate. So I think that they'll be throwing the ball a ton. We're gonna have clock's not going to be moving at a very fast pace in this game either. Surprisingly, the Falcons do like to run the ball. I mean, that's not that surprising because Arthur Smith's the head coach. He likes to play action. But the Dolphins and the Falcons here, I think they combine for a lot of points because the clock's just going to be moving a lot slower. And these teams like to play at a fast pace. And I really like what I saw from Tua last week. So I think they have a big game offensively, and the Falcons will be looking to match it.
Matt Ryan too, sneaky, been pretty good
Yeah,
too,
good
right?
lately.
So no, I don't hate that either.
Feels square, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
so does my. I feel like that my total
Square
is
can
too,
win.
but Square
Square
can
can
win.
win.
Square won last week with the Chiefs -7, right, Jared?
Yeah, square
that's
one.
true.
Square one big last week. If you're a square at home, you won huge.
Yeah.
You printed last week. Some of us
Shout out
didn't print.
Gange.
Yeah, shout out Gange if you're watching. You're probably fading all of their picks, but just for the sake of our video editing team, I'll give out my play again because we're gonna put the supers up. So make it easy on the guys. I took the Giants Panthers over 43. One nugget I forgot to give out was the bet percentage. In terms of tickets, it's 50-50 split. Early action on Thursdays suggests that 95% of the money is on the over, though. Wow. So
It's a low total.
It is a low total, that's why.
It's the lowest, other than the Thursday night game tonight. It is the lowest of the week, and that again. Shout out Jeremy Roach. He's not on the show, but this is his philosophy. The total wizard. The total wizard is not on the show, but I will speak for him, and I'm taking this over 43 all day long. We'll see how it goes. I like it a lot.
Jeremy would probably be on Jets. Jeremy,
What
are you on?
was
Jeremy,
what was the
and
Jets?
Spurs.
are you on Jets Patriots over 42.5?
Yeah, this total was a half point bigger, so you didn't take it.
And Jets.
Jets.
Oh, I can't do it.
I hate it.
I haven't said a peep about the Jets in 3 weeks on the show. I'm embarrassed.
That's how I feel with the Vikings.
Yeah.
Not gonna
Anyways.
lie, the Jets actually sneaky decent defense. I was looking up
Yeah,
some numbers.
If it wasn't for the defense, that team would be losing by 30 points every game.
Yeah, they're I think they're fourth in the NFL in the red zone, giving up touchdowns. They're actually making some stops. Need to when their offense.
Finally
is
getting it
bad.
together. Big Elijah Moore week, T-Mac?
No.
No.
The Patriots are still good defensively in the red zone too. So
Right.
that's tough to take that over.
All right, I'll finish off the totals. We're all taking overs this week. I'm going Ravens and Bengals over 47.
Wow.
Yes, it's a divisional game.
Yep.
It's a divisional
Bad
game.
pick.
A lot of
Bad pick.
people are going to say go the under on it. But these two teams are different from how they usually are. Usually both have good defenses. Offense is kind of lackluster. That's not the case anymore. The Ravens defense is significantly worse than it typically is. Usually they allow like 10 or fewer points to the Ravens. I looked at their schedules from the past few years.
Yeah, but the Bengals in the past few years. have been
Yeah,
shit,
yeah,
though.
exactly. Now they've finally got a good offense. Now both teams' rushing defenses are still quite good. They were both top 6 in the league in rushing yards allowed, like in terms of lowest.
Yeah.
So I don't expect much running of the ball.
So you fade Joe Mixon this week?
Yeah, big
Fade Joe Mixon
big
every
fade
week.
Joe Mixon.
Extra
Sure, how
fade
do you
this
feel
week.
about that?
Extra fading of Joe Mixon this week.
I'm okay with it.
So I think
Mr. Sell over there, Mr. Sell High.
Yeah, I think that both teams are going to throw the ball a lot. Lamar Jackson has been incredible through the air. Same with Joe Burrow. A lot of big plays. Marquise Brown, Jamar Chase could both have really long touchdowns. I just think it's going to be a shootout back and forth.
The first thing I think of, Lamar Jackson spinorama. I don't know if you guys think about that too.
Yeah.
But that makes me think over. So
I don't like this one. I think that we're all seriously underrating the Bengals defense right now. It's playing really, really, really well, especially their secondary. Jesse Bates, William Jackson, they've been really
Jesse
good.
Bates has been good.
Like,
since
they've
he
been
came
really
back
good.
down.
So I don't know if maybe it's not for real and Lamar kind of exposes them this week, but that defense has been playing really well. And I don't like the offense has been okay. They played the Packers a couple weeks ago. They managed 23 points.
They were playing. Jesse Bates had a
Yeah.
great game though.
So I don't know. I'm a little worried about this one going over, but I do
I
get
think
it.
a lot of the production is going to come through the air. And usually when that happens, totals hit.
Do you know the percent
Yeah.
of bets on what?
It was split pretty evenly, I believe.
All right,
Yep.
Drewski, favorites.
Okay.
You ready, bud?
favorites. I'll hit you with a geometry joke here, fellas.
Ooh, electronic.
He brought a joke. There it is.
This would be
pick-
funny.
This pick is so square that the corners are sharp.
What?
Get
Oh
it?
no.
The corners are sharp.
Yeah.
But-
Jeremy liked it. Jeremy
So
loved
square.
it. Jeremy's laughing.
Our
It's
corners
almost
are-
peanut gallery. But
But aren't the corners sharp?
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
So if it's really square, like the corners are really sharp. If it was kind of square, they'd have rounded corners. You know what I'm saying?
But then that'd be
All right. Well,
Let's
let's
circle it.
Circle?
Let's see it.
Circle
Yeah.
pick.
We got
All right. Patriots -7 versus the Jets. 91% of the bets are on the Patriots.
I love the public.
Gage is for sure on this one, I bet. Gage, shout out to
Patriots
Gage.
are at home against the Jets. We all know this narrative. Are the Patriots losing 5 games straight at home? No. Mac
Shouldn't
Jones,
have lost 4.
Well,
Raiders
losing different than
Yeah.
covering.
Zach Wilson.
Wait, they're at home in this game?
Yeah.
They're only 7-point favorites at home. Wow.
Jets off a bye. Not that really matters.
I think
The
Mac
fucking
Jones is
Jets.
legitimate,
Yeah.
and I think Zach Wilson sucks. So that's part of this bet. Jacoby Myers, first TD coming this week.
We said that last week too.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
last
we
week
almost
when he had
had
that
it.
one
We
call.
almost
Yeah,
had
oh
it.
my
Yeah,
God.
got called back.
So sad.
Tyler needed that.
Yep. Patriots -7. They got it done. I think by a lot more than 7. So I'm going with the square bet.
Yeah.
I like the
Square
Jets.
can win.
I like
gonna
the
say-
Jets.
On that
Patriots.
Jacoby Myers
Thank
callback touchdown. Next play, Mac Jones sack fumble.
Yeah, they didn't score any points on that drive.
Yeah.
But Jacoby Myers did get a 2-point conversion, and you kind of looked around like this kind of counts as a touchdown, like I'm in the end zone.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't have much to say. The Patriots are they're disappointing me right now. Bill Belichick, I've got some questions for you and your willingness to go for it and just aggressiveness overall. Look, you're the greatest coach of all time, but you haven't been coaching like
Maybe
this
he's
past
nothing
year.
without Brady.
I think I love the Jets this week. That
You
just
do love the
decided in my
Jets?
head.
Yeah.
I'm not, I didn't give it
It's
out.
it's a big one for
You
your
have an
team.
affection
total.
for the Jets.
Yes, I
Yeah.
need it. This is one of those like I have to somehow the Jets have to win
Yeah.
6 more games. It's
Yeah.
Zach Wilson and Gillette.
It's 6.5, but it was
Zach
plus
Wilson and
odds still.
Gillette.
That's $100 down the drain, easy. That's gone. I already went by that after 3 weeks, but I do love. I think the Patriots are going to win this game, but Jets off a bye. I think Robert Saleh will somehow get this team. The defense has begun. Tyler brought it up. I've seen it. I was watching early in the year to my dismay a lot of these games, so I've seen the defense play well. I don't think it's going to be a shootout in this one. That's for sure. Did anyone take the total on this?
No.
42.5.
Yeah.
Jeremy is
Jeremy's the over. I don't like this to be a shootout. I think the Patriots win the game by like 3 or 4 points, not much higher. So
One
I'll
more
take
thing
the
I wanted
Jets.
to add. I was scrolling Reddit, and I came across like a suggested post, and it was the New York Jets Reddit talking about how they could win 6 or 7 more games this year, something crazy like that.
Was it my burner?
No. All the comments said like, "Oh yeah, like we got that game, we got that game, we got that game."
So
I don't know
Jets fans think
where
they're
all this
gonna win all
Jets
games.
confidence is coming from, but it's not this week.
I
That's
promise
what,
it
Back
was.
that's what a
13.
bye week can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgetting that they got trounced by the Falcons.
Yeah,
Anyway.
makes no sense.
Anyways,
Okay. I have Cardinals -17.5.
A lot of points.
It is a lot of points, but let's not forget these two teams here. We have the Cardinals and the Texans.
Yes.
Guys, the Texans suck. Like they aren't good at all.
Check out
They've
the power
put up-
ranking this week. They're last place.
they're terrible.
Exactly.
Oh,
And the
they're
Cardinals
horrible.
should
Cardinals
be
second.
first place, but they're second.
Our
They're
power
7
rankings are
and 0.
trash.
The Cardinals are 5-1 against the spread. The Texans are winless when the spread is 17.5 or more.
This
That's been,
when they're
it's been 3
underdogs?
times.
When they're underdogs?
3 times this year?
No, I think
No,
like their
a
team.
span of something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or this, I think it was
Interesting.
like the teams.
The Bills blew them out of the
over-
They
water.
definitely haven't.
Yeah.
They definitely haven't been that big of dogs for a while because they've had Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like praying. I read an article. They're like praying for Tyrod Taylor to come back, but he's still week to week.
Yeah, they want.
Um,
they need him back.
They
He
do.
says-
Cardinals are at home too. Like I think this is a no-brainer bet. Like I think it's gonna be like 30-12.
This is, and Danny,
That's
I will say,
origami, man.
every
That's 12.
30-12. Every week, Danny and I, when we're on the show, we
30-10.
I feel like we align on one bet and then we
Yes.
fade each other on the other, and this
And
is
it's always
again
been, like, back
happening
or
this
forth.
week. I mean, I don't know. This one for me is too many points.
It is a
There's-
lot of
The
points.
Cardinals, you said it perfectly. They're gonna roll out of bed. They're gonna show up at the stadium. Like Connor's gonna look fresh walking out of the tunnel as he always does. But there's no way. The Texans are not going to cover the spread.
It's
There's
Texans.
no way.
It's
I don't
zero
see it.
points.
If I lose,
Like,
then
I
I
can
lose.
see that happening.
Clip this up. If I lose, I hammered this play already. There's no way.
Didn't they just lose by like 30 to the Colts last week or something?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they also
28. 31-3.
31-3. Yeah.
This is one of those games, man.
The only close game they've had is the Patriots.
Divisional game too.
Yeah.
Crushed.
So
Okay.
All right.
Numbers are against me for sure, but
I'm doing something that I would never, ever, ever recommend to anyone, but I'm going to recommend it this week. And that's taking a road favorite. I'm taking the Saints -4.5 at Seattle on Monday night. The Saints defense is so good, and it's been off for a week. I don't think people realize how good it's played this season. They're the best in the NFL against the run. They're better than the Bucs against the run. And what better coach to play than Pete Carroll minus Russell Wilson, who loves to establish the run with Russell Wilson and will be looking to establish it even more with a shitty tandem of running backs this week at home. They'll be trying to run the ball way too much against the Saints run defense that is way too good. whether it's Alex Collins, DJ Dallas, Rashad Penny for a couple snaps before he gets hurt. Doesn't really matter who's running the ball against this team, they're going to stop them. And then as well, I mentioned it earlier, but the Saints are the best team in the NFL. I don't think I mentioned this actually. The Saints are the best team in the NFL inside the red zone defensively. Like, they limit scores like it's nobody's business. So I think this team has a really good chance to get in a really good get-right spot here for Jameis Winston offensively, but also this team is going to shut down the Seahawks defensively. I think the Seahawks score no more than 13 points in this game, and that the Saints win this game 28-13.
Whoa.
I hate
Patriots-
Geno Smith in primetime games back-to-back weeks.
Well, they just
yeah.
flex. We talked about this on the
Was
long
it-
form.
Wasn't that
They
more than
covered.
back-to-back weeks? That's 3 times?
It'll be 3 straight weeks.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
he
three
came in.
straight
He
weeks.
came in,
Yeah.
Came in.
Thursday,
Brutal.
Sunday,
Monday.
What do we do to deserve this?
Poor
The
Geno
Seahawks
Smith.
3
Fuck,
times in a
man.
row.
Geno Smith hasn't had a snap
You
all
guys
season.
are forgetting. This is in Seattle. There's the 12s are going to be at
The 12s are a fucking joke, Drew. The 12s don't give a shit. Your team is dog
You
shit.
wanna know what's
You're the
settled the
fucking
12?
toilet of the NFC West, bro.
Whoa.
You were the toilet of the
Technically
NFC
not.
West. No,
Technically
they
the
are.
49ers
Technically
right
the
now.
Niners are.
No.
But
We'll get to them.
what better
We get Russ
way?
back, we're not.
What better way to settle down the 12s
Week 13.
than running the football, than having them not be able to run the football?
Seahawks are going to win the game.
The 12s won't be
Seahawks
excited
money line.
when they see Geno Smith do nothing and they're down.
Look, I don't
20 to
hate
nothing.
Geno. I don't think he's a perfect
He's
average
a
backup.
feasible backup.
Jacob Eason's now backing up Geno. Can we see Jacob Eason in like the third quarter?
You don't want to see Jacob.
I don't.
No, that would not be good news for the Seahawks.
Hey, but
I really like the Saints,
Luck.
and I suck at total, or I suck at favorites. I haven't won since week 2. But
You're just changing up your strategy. Hey,
Yeah.
it's, sometimes you gotta reevaluate and you should gotta try something new.
yeah, give it a shot. Fuck
For-
the Browns, by the way. Fuck you guys.
I wrote you on that. That was
So did
It's
I.
the Cardinals.
Danny.
Cardinals all the way.
All right. So for my favorite, let's take it home here. I'm fading Drew, and I feel fucking great about it. I took the 49ers -4 at home, coming off a bye against the Indianapolis Colts. The Indianapolis Colts, I don't think they won by 30 last week. Great. Like, I hope that is fraction into this line. There's no way the Colts are a better football team than the 49ers. I know there's a debacle about what is going on with the quarterback situation. I think Kyle Shanahan has a fucking plan dialed up this week. I think Carson Wentz is going to be turnover city this week. Like, 49ers off a bye. They have had, 2 weeks to prepare for this game. 1 o'clock slate. 49ers are going to be fired. Wait, this is the Sunday night game.
Sunday night.
Sunday night games. They have even longer to prepare. They're going to be watching film. They've been in the lab. I love the 49ers -4. I think the Colts are a joke. I have no respect for the Colts. And if they prove me wrong this week, so be it. But the 49ers
Look that
-4
up.
is a hammer time. Absolute hammer time.
I think all the 49ers have to do is not let Jonathan Taylor run all over them.
Carson Wentz,
Yeah.
Wentz is trash.
what are we doing?
I'm done respecting Kyle Shanahan. I'll say it right now.
Yep.
What has he done? What has he done lately to earn our respect?
Nothing.
Nothing. He done nothing. Nothing this year. Last year, I get it. You dealt with quarterback issues, but you haven't done anything the last year and a half. I get it. You made a Super Bowl. You lost again.
Yep.
I feel like this line is juiced up for the 49ers. Every line this season is juiced up. Are we forgetting that the Niners were favored? I don't care if they were at home. They were favored against the Packers this year, and my dumb ass bet on them. The 49ers
I
are
didn't.
fucking dead to me. They're dead.
I bet the Packers that one. Yeah, Jared and I couldn't be us.
Fuck the 49ers.
Yeah, fuck the 49ers. Clip that up. Clip all this shit up. 49ers are going to win by a touchdown, if not 10 points this week. They are going to fucking run the Colts off the field. Drew, you're in your own head, my guy. Trust
No.
me. You're in your own head. You got to just understand the
seeing it
situation.
clearly.
I respect it, Drew. The 49ers are frauds. They're
Yep.
frauds. I'm done with them.
They
Even if
are.
they win this week,
Yeah, you know
they're
what?
still frauds.
They are. 49ers -4. Thank me later.
All right, I'll finish this off. I've got the Bucks -12.5 against the Bears. Now the,
We're the squarest
I
rated
know.
bets this
it's
week.
like 50.
Well, it's
do you
like
take?
5 games.
What do you take?
Bucks
Bucks
-12.5.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. It's not
Yeah.
technically square, but it's
Yeah.
just you taking the best team in
Yeah.
the league. And hey,
It's because
I hate
right
the
for you.
Bears, too. I love it.
I have a great narrative to help you out here if you don't already say it. So continue.
Okay.
the Bucks defense hasn't been great, but it's only the pass defense that's not been great. The rushing defense is still by far the best in the league. It's
Second
like
best.
second best, really.
The Saints.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought they were like on an all-time pace.
the Saints are better technically.
Wow. Okay.
In terms of like yards per carry.
Oh, yards per carry. Okay.
Teams might be running.
Team
the
just
ball.
never run the ball
yeah,
against the Bucks.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
difference. Yeah.
Okay. So the Bucks, they don't allow any rushing yards, and what do the Bears do? They run the ball. They have the second highest run rate in the league. Bucks are not going to let that continue, and fucking Justin Fields has been trash this season. Avery just keeps giving a thumbs down over there. He hates this pick.
Bears is a fucking lock.
Bears is a lot.
I really like the Bears.
There's a
12.5 is a weird number.
Just
I don't
feels-
even
just
see
feels
I don't see a lot of
horrendous this
12.5.
This is all it is that I did this to myself when Justin Fields took over for Andy Dalton. I said, I'm so excited. Justin Fields, the dynamic of running the football, the guy who has, who's mobile, has the legs, doesn't be able to use him in all these different ways. And then they didn't.
Yep.
And then Matt Nagy was a moron, and he just the same offense. You think that Matt Nagy goes, somebody tells Matt Nagy, hey Matt Nagy, did you know that the Bucs are the best defense in the NFL? And he goes, oh, I didn't know that. That's a cool tidbit to have. But I don't give a fuck. I'm still going to run the ball
Still gonna establish the
32
run.
times in this game.
No, the best part is
Bucks are at home.
you should forget Avery. You shouldn't bet the Bears. You know you should bet. It's also plus money. Matt Nagy, first coach fired this year, plus 150. That should be hammer play. Fuck this game. Fuck minus 12.5. Fuck 12 plus 12.5. Matt Nagy get fired at plus 150 on my bookie. Bang. That's coming inside. He will not last 17 games this year in no fucking way.
Is Pace going to be the guy to fire him, though? Is Pace going to blame
He
it
should
all?
fire him fucking self. He's horrid.
Yeah, he's
Did you see his game plan against the Packers last week? It was horrendous.
Yes.
He was throwing balls to ghosts in the end zone. He should have thrown 3 interceptions last week. It's just horrid.
You just
The
can't
Bears,
back
I like
the
it.
Bears.
The Bears,
You
I
can't.
really can't.
People
They're not
forget,
even the
though.
same defense. The Bucks are still going to dominate.
The Bears defense
Yeah.
won,
this
but like
game
the
last
Bears
year.
defense can only do so much.
Yes, that was
last
the
year.
revenge
Did
game.
prime time, yeah.
Bears won this game last year. Tom Brady forgot how many downs there were in football.
That was in
Remember that?
Chicago too.
Yeah, it was in
That's a
Chicago.
great
Their
game.
defense was significantly better at that point as well.
Matt Nagy's a moron. He's gonna not care about the opponent. He's still gonna run the ball.
Yeah.
And they're gonna
So
run
you
it
have to
for
establish
2
the run.
yards a carry.
How many draw plays this game? Those guys.
Yeah,
like
that'll be his thing. He'll
Yeah.
be like, well, they
We got
think we're never gonna run it, but wait till we run this
Draw
draw.
pass run.
On 3rd and fucking 7 or something, just
Yeah.
got lost at 2 yards.
Oh,
No, I like it.
It's my favorite of my bets.
I respect it.
Tom Brady.
You want to bet Bears? All right.
Addict.
All right, guys. Some great picks, some great plays. Be sure to go place these bets over at my bookie. I wish I could say take my underdog, but Patriots. God damn it! Last week, I now have a loss on the dog on the season. So, but if you guys are placing some bets this week, make sure my bookie's where you go. Use promo code OwnersBox, 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Look, put 1,000 in, you're getting 2,000 in. I don't know how many plays you just got here. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. You put $100 on each of these plays, still have some money left over.
Look at that.
That's true.
It's a lot of money.
And all of our picks, all of our plays will be on our socials. So go follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
Everywhere is at
everywhere.
OwnersBox, so it's not that hard to remember. Go do that.
Yeah, our plays will be up on Sunday so you can see them for yourselves. We're holding each other accountable. We need a place to, we should probably have our records up eventually on these
Yeah,
social
yeah.
posts. But anyways,
Did last
thank
year.
you guys for watching.
Halfway
Let's go
over.
make some money. NFL Week 7. We'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
GG's.